Yeah,
Shit.
no chance to take any fun photos for me.
How will we know it even happened if it's not
Yeah.
fully recorded?
Totally. Got up here and there was a skin diver's knife on the summit.
Oh, huh.
So, of course, he named it the skin diver. But the way he told the story, and you might read his book too, which is really, really good. It's called Walking Up and Down in the World. But the way he told the story was like perfect trouncing on my ego.
Yeah.
It's kind of against the edge of the cloud, sort of, is called the owl. And it's the hardest one, both up and down.
Huh.
And you can see the crux of it. If you look towards the left edge of the owl and you see an off-width crack that comes down and disappears. And that's 5'8"-ish.
Wait, is it the wall with the Quakers on the right?
No, it's further left than that. It's near the very left edge of the formation itself.
Oh, huh. But it's on that formation.
It's like if you were looking at it from over there, it would be right
Oh, okay. I think I see that off with.
yeah, I mean, it's a wide path.
Yeah.
Obviously. And it's, I don't know. It might not be true 5'8", but it is scary.
Yeah.
So long and short of it is we often skip that one. I always do with clients.
Yeah.
Because half of them can't get up
Uh-huh.
that piece of white path.
Yeah.
You'll probably skip it too, unless you're particularly drawn to it. On the far side, there's maybe the only truly necessary bolt on the rock course. And it's a fat new one. And it protects or lowers off of a 5'9" slabby thing with a death fall. And then it comes around. If we walk up this way, I can show you where it comes out. It's a good pinnacle. It's stiff. And then if you look to the right of it, you see a gap, and then you see a pinnacle on the skyline that kind of runs behind something that's in the foreground here.
Mm-hmm.
And that pinnacle is called the Big Slab.
Okay.
And I recommend that we do that. It has some exposed stuff too, and some, for me, mandatory rope up spots, because you can probably climb them. I've never fallen off it, but there's a slide off into a 50-foot drop.
Oh, spicy.
But it's very entertaining.
Okay.
And a bottle of wine. Yeah. So I always do that with the highball group. It's kind of fun,
Yeah.
social time.
Picnic Valley.
Yeah. And
So this one is the owl.
yeah, this formation with the Waco wall
Yeah.
that's overhanging.
And the off-width is on the other side.
Yeah, it's kind of directly through the formation from where we are.
Okay.
And you can't even see where the hard slab is on the descent. I mean, it's not even climbing until lower.
Cool.
It's Smoke called it the Atlas Boulder, and it was unclimbed until some of my Oklahoma buddies came out here and got up it.
Cool.
It's I don't know if, for instance, that there are a number of boulder problems that are kind of scattered throughout here, and if I don't I don't know if you're interested, or I'm not sure I'd recommend it even, but you, like that's a pretty worthy boulder. You could walk over and look at it.
Oh, right. You can lift it up like your atlas.
Yeah.
Cool.
And it's not because the climbing is that hard, but it's because the drop is into this stuff.
Okay. So this up there is where the big slab is?
Yeah, the slab itself we can see when we get back to where we were.
Okay.
9-ish.
Oh. But Royal Robbins put that off with up.
Yeah, like way back in the early 70s.
I like that Waco face.
Yeah, the Waco face. And then we'll go to the right, and we'll end up going under the slab and doing an awkward move. And then we come out the top of the slab, and but last fall, Marty Hornick and I were in his looked up Harold Cleforth on the internet, and it led us to a book that is really fascinating. And so Cleforth was a meteorologist.
Okay.
He was just out of school at UCLA and was hooked up with a group of glider pilots. And of course, this is a famous place for gliders before hang gliders came along and progressed. What do they call them? Not wingsuit, but just standing with your pulling your canopy up and headwind, and then just running off of a slope.
Yeah, like a paraglider.
Paragliders, thanks. Yeah, I actually got to do it with a friend who was base number 104. Anyway, Cleforth. So it's like late 40s, early 50s. Cleforth became the team meteorologist for a thing that was actually sponsored by the Air Force to do research on the Sierra Wave. And these guys in gliders, especially reinforced gliders that could handle 5 G's worth of downdraft force and not fall apart. And they were setting world records because they hit the. Turned out that the updraft was on the leading edge of the Sierra Wave as it came over the Sierra. So they were going up 1,000, 1,500, 2,000 feet per minute.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And calling it the smoothest air that they'd ever ridden. It's this like massive force in the Sierra Wave. And they did the research for a couple of years, and Cleforth was their meteorologist. And I learned about all of this because of this self-published book.
Yeah.
That I could actually show it to you. I got it in the car. It's called Exploring the Monster. But these guys set world altitude records sometimes every week. They hit 30,000 and then 35 and then 40.
Oh, wow.
And then eventually one of them, his glider landed and he was dead, and he'd been up to over 40,000 feet. But so cold up there.
Yeah.
That they had no heated cockpits. Anyway, but it's amazing exploration that they were doing. Like they were on the edge of what anybody knew about high altitude and about.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They were on oxygen.
Oh, yeah.
But not heat.